I don't know if I did a video on this 2000 Volkswagen. Came from the dealer, another dealer stuff I work on, and I diagnosed it a while ago with a throttle position problem. And I just did a relearn, if I recall properly, did a relearn and everything started working. It was so long ago I can't remember, but car got sold, and it the day the person bought the car is the day it started having issues. One of the co-owners I interact with, he brought the car over, gave me the rundown. He said, "Man, I've been driving this car basically from here to an hour away on multiple occasions before it got sold, no issues, and all of a sudden it happened." That's how cars work. Let me show you what it's doing, show you the codes, and let me show you what I found out. I just removed some stuff. I didn't touch it. I touched it. I just didn't change anything. Let's see if it fixes it. Dancing around. Again, back here. With the connector, it stops. 17950 EPC throttle drive angle sensor and plausible signal. I'm gonna clear the code, and I'm gonna show you that if I don't press the throttle, it just start revving up like crazy. Turn it off. Let's see if it does it. It's probably not going to do it now since I touched the connector. So I'm pretty sure you get the idea of probably what we're dealing with. But what you experienced outside, I didn't press the accelerator, it just revved up, code generated. I can't replicate the symptoms, so what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna pull this connector off and then show you what I found out that is likely gonna be our problem. And this is gonna be an intermittent problem. I can guarantee you it's probably not gonna ever happen again. I didn't do this connector too, by the way. It just came, these vehicles come from the auction. Check out that center pin. Look at the gap on that center pin. Look how wide that is. So remember, there was a lot of chatter with the throttle position, and likely that's going to be our cause right there. I'm going to close that gap up. The pin tension is like blatant, so once I get it closed up really good, pop it back in there, this should fix the problem. I just know I'm not going to get it to do it again, but that's just going to be a logical explanation of the judder or the rapid pulsation of that throttle plate. Not even looking at the wiring schematics, I'm going to go with that. I'm not going to sit there and question the wiring that was done. I can't complain about these. It is working. They're not bridged. There's not going to be any bleeding off into any other wire, so I'm going to leave that alone. Just repair this connector and pop it back in there. That's obvious. did test my connections. So I mean, that is a lot better than what it was before. So let's get that pop back in there. All right, so no codes are present. Let's start it up. So we should be fine. Yeah, it was pretty obvious. I mean, I don't know if it's something I overlooked from a while ago. I don't know if somebody else was messing around with it. I don't know. I'm gonna take some blame for it at the moment because it came to me months ago, and obviously it must be something I did. I guess the telltale was the chatter. Human error, me, because if I was back there, it must be something I've probably done. I guess it's just strange that it only started happening when the person purchased the vehicle. The throttle position for the pedal position sensor would work, even though it would go into a limp mode. You try to accelerate, it wouldn't do much. The pedal values would go to 100%. The throttle position would have an issue. Now the code was for the throttle position, so we needed to go to the throttle, but it was just worth me checking and making sure that the pedal worked like it was supposed to, which it did. Throttle values were at 0% at times, and it wasn't doing anything. So when I did accelerate, likely the injectors probably altered the fuel to make the car run a little bit. It wasn't much, trust me, but it did alter it. I know some vehicles do make fuel compensations to encourage it to work a little better under certain circumstances. So I'm gonna test drive this, but I guess the lesson for this video is just check over your work, check your connections. I make mistakes just like everybody else, but I'm gonna take the blame for this one. Hit that link, subscribe to the channel, stay informed, head over to some of my work. See you on the next one.